All right. Well, hey guys, I'm going to run over what insurance costs for trucking. I'm going to run over new ventures, all sorts of stuff here. Main thing that everybody knows is there's a huge difference between the states. So, here's a list right here of the cheapest states going to the most expensive states if you're starting truck insurance. A lot of this is going to be the Midwest. If you're in Mississippi, that is the cheapest state to have trucking insurance in. Now this is a little skewed. So like if you're a new venture, you're not paying 4,000 for insurance whatsoever. Even if you've been in business for a while, 4,000 is still pretty tough to get. But it's 4,000 a unit. If you've been in business for quite a while, I've even got some guys in South Dakota, which is number 10 here, and I've got some guys paying 4,000. But then again, they've been in business for 30 years. So yeah, Mississippi, Wyoming, Massachusetts goes down here again. A lot of stick in the Midwest. You got a couple strays like Arizona, New Hampshire. As you get down, these states kind of make sense. But then when you start hitting the larger states, Florida, California, Texas is right here. And then you're getting a lot of these guys. In the Northeast, you're hitting a lot of them. You got Connecticut, you got New York, you got New Jersey, a lot of these type of guys. California, Texas, Florida, I think go without saying. Big states, lots of trucks, lots of accidents. I mean, especially New York. I was just up in New York, and it's pretty obvious why the insurance is expensive here. So as you can see, here's the average cost for this stuff. But then again, this is if you're unlimited radius. This is if you're local radius. Some of the things that are going to impact your insurance to drive your cost. Well, I mean, obviously, it's going to be credit. It's going to be how long you've been in business, how long you've had your CDL for, what your claims look like, what your claims history looks like. But if you're a new venture, it's going to be credit and MVR, motor vehicle report. Don't have any claims, don't have any speeding tickets, or don't have any accidents, just say, and have good credit if you're trying to get insurance off a new venture. If you wonder what costs look like, it really varies obviously on the truck, the driver, but let's say you're talking just auto liability, what the FMCSA requires. That's going to range anywhere from on the very low end, 11,000, and heck, this thing could be up to 40,000. It really depends on the state. I see some quotes on new venture for 40K. That was with Progressive. Obviously, that's not the deal you go with, but um, again, 40K is on the extremely high side. Really, you're going to be looking around 25K in the Midwest for a new venture, kind of average. I did write an account that was a 14 unit new venture. They were 11,000 a unit for the auto liability. That was with accredited insurance company. These guys are going to be only accessed through brokerage. So you do need an insurance agent to get them. Cover Whale is a managing general agent that does have them. So if you got an agent with Cover Whale, they can get you access to accredited. Otherwise, there's a couple other brokerages out there that are exclusive that have them, like First Light. I have all of those brokerages, and accredited can definitely be very cheap, but they are not really easy to get a quote with. Your popular ones, if you're a new venture, you're looking at Progressive. Progressive owns 40% of the truck insurance market, mainly because they take everything under the sun. They're super easy to quote, and sometimes they are really cheap, but you could really beat the prices pretty often. And again, a lot of this I'm going off of auto liability because your physical damage is going to depend on, well, how much does your truck cost? Really, to get a good cost there, if you're getting a good deal on your truck for the physical damage or quote unquote full coverage, you're going to want to take the value of your truck and divide it and take it times 0.04, 4%. They call it, if you get a 4% rate on your physical damage, you're getting a good deal. I have a company that offers 4% on everything. Progressive, they'll sometimes shoot you a 15% rate, 10% rate on the physical damage if you're a new venture. So what you do in that situation is you figure out who's the cheapest on a new venture for the auto liability. Go get your physical damage or the full coverage through somebody who can offer a 4% rate. Um, Usually United National. You guys are probably not familiar with them, but that is the name of the insurance company that offers a 4% rate typically. Again, you got an insurance agent for that. Berkshire Hathaway Homestay Companies. Berkshire has a lot of trucking companies or a lot of trucking insurance companies that'll offer new ventures. These guys are called BHHC. You have National Indemnity, they'll do it. You have Geico, who's starting to do truck insurance. Berkshire in the Midwest, or BHHC, it can be very cheap on auto liability. They are my number one go-to for auto liability, and then I go to United National for the PD. That's a pretty killer setup for new ventures. You're looking anywhere from yeah, I mean, obviously, it can be 15,000 for new venture to 35. I know it's a wide variety there, but the physical damage again be pretty locked in. If your trucks were 50K, you should be paying 2,000 for physical damage. If you got general freight for cargo, you could probably get a rate somewhere for about 950 bucks. Again, those are the very low ends. That's if your agent's got access to those companies. The auto liability really comes down what your credit is. Again, it's be from that very, very best 11,000, probably more around the 17, 18,000. High end, you're looking at 25. So it's Berkshire and Progressive. Progressive's ease of use. Berkshire is really cheap if you split up the coverages. They are not cheap physical damage and cargo. Canal is also another good one for new ventures. They've got a pay as you go per mile type of deal. So I did two companies you can go access directly, or like that your agent quotes you, get your quotes an hour. These two, Accredited and Canal, both got to be through new venture or got to be through a brokerage. So underwriting gets involved, and they have to look at that stuff. So that's how your state plays into this stuff. That's how trucking. That's how much trucking insurance costs for new ventures. If you've been in business for a while, it's going to be a big chunk on your safety scores with the FMCSA or safer. So don't get out of service. You get out of service stuff. I mean, it costs you time and money on the trucking side, but it also costs you on the back end with insurance. So don't get that stuff. Stay clean at the out of service. National average is 22%. So stay below 22% out of service rate. Don't get any freaking claims. You're claims free. Then you got companies like Great West, Northland, Nirvana, who all want to work with you, and they're going to be way cheaper than Canal and Accredited. And Accredited is really good for new ventures, but they usually don't go below 11,000. So if you've been in business for 5 years and you're spotless, and you're gonna want to find someone who's gonna be even cheaper, which you definitely can. Now, if you're in Florida or California or New Jersey, maybe not. But if you're in some of these cheap states here, yeah. I mean, I'm in South Dakota, which is number 10. I'm sure a local grain hauler who's been in business for 30 years pays 4,000 for his truck insurance. Another guy pays 5,000 for his truck insurance. Again, they've been in business forever and they're claims free. So that's what you want to work towards. If you're an ugly account, I mean, just being frank, you got lots of claims. Your out of service sucks. Things are not pretty. Yeah, you can pay $40,000 a truck a year, no problem. You're on the brink of going broke then. So, if you guys got any questions, all stuff's in the bio. You can reach out to me. I'm with Nelson Insurance Agency. I'm in Sioux Falls. I'm licensed in 40 states. All I do is trucking. So reach out to me if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, please like and subscribe. Thanks.